a parenthetical insertion here, he is responsible for the white stack instead of the proper spar stack. It is always to Captain Brennon to toll the bill. I've looked at the list, and there are several people here who I do very well. And so it is always a difficult time for me. And so I'm going to read the names. Captain Brennon will toll the bell, and we will think in our hearts and our minds and our souls of these friends and shipmates who sailed with us in this lovely ship. George Cassidy, Amos R. Daniels, Joseph P. DeLavio, Samuel P. Haymaker. The next one is slightly misspelled in your program. It is, of course, Captain Gil Crane, a friend and shipmate to many of us over many years. Gilbert Crane, John McMillan, Richard Dick Miner, Cynthia Moynihan. Those of us who have lost our wives, remember in particular this one. Leslie F. Perry, William Potter. And although it's not in your program, I'm going to add all of our shipmates, including my captain, Captain Neil Westfall, whose ashes are interred here in the Coast Guard cutter Ingham. And we started this custom by putting them into the safe up in the captain's cabin. And then Bill assembled and put together this lovely little chapel that we now have in the ship. Neil would not have, I think, been particularly enthusiastic about having a chapel in his ship, but Neil is now, in a piece of incredible irony, himself buried in a small chapel in the ship that he so skillfully commanded. So if we in particular remember the ones whose ashes are interred with us here in the ship, and if the good captain would toll the bell one more time for all of those people. Thank you, and God bless.